So Bernadette, great group here today, and I just saw you directing a truck and a trailer full of supplies, and I know y'all are so involved in this, but how'd y'all get all these supplies?
Well, we are working with, of course, Mr. Waits in the Terrebonne Parish District Attorney's Office, and of course, Christine Russell in the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office. But the Children's Advocacy Center in Terrebonne was blessed to reach out to our local chapter of the Louisiana Association of Children's Advocacy Centers, and they just took care of us right after the aftermath of the storm, and they got with our neighboring advocacy centers in different states. So what you're seeing are notebooks and backpacks and a lot of school supplies from the Louisiana chapter, but what you're also seeing is 109,000 baby wipes from the Children's Advocacy Centers in Panama City, Florida. The interviewer and the executive director drove a U-Haul down here and brought all this to us, and it's just been a blessing. We've gotten everything from batteries and baby wipes to rugs that were flooded from the storm, and it's just been a blessing.
You know, we think about people and we think about they need a meal, but you're right, we don't think about some of the periphery things that y'all were able to get a hold of. The advocacy centers, I'm sure, are very close-knit, very tight, and they think of the things you might need that maybe we all forget.
Well, you're right, because the local chapters, as I said, the Louisiana Association brought us the water and the batteries and stuff like that. But what the people from Panama City told us was that after Hurricane Michael and they didn't have water for so long, baby wipes were essential. That's how you cleaned everything from yourself to some dishes and whatever. So the baby wipes, when they held the baby wipe drive in Florida, they were shocked themselves how many they ended up with. And they said they were stacked everywhere. And when they opened that U-Haul, it was unbelievable to see what 109,000 baby wipes looks like.
You've had a chance, and I know your husband, the judge, we know who the real judge is, but we will call him judge out of respect because he does a great job. The judge, Joe Waits, Christine Russell, it's not just about coming out here and feeding people for a day. Their hearts are in it all the time.
Oh, their hearts are in it all the time. And, you know, Mr. Waits basically told us, make sure you take care of your family, and then once your family's taken care of, why don't we all get back to work and see what we can do for everybody else. So from day one, you know, we were out handing out food, even if it was just a sandwich or, you know, a couple of pieces of chicken and a piece of bread. It was just something to do to make sure that people knew that we cared. You know, nobody was walking around waving Joe Waits signs or Juan Pickett signs or Christine Russell signs. We were just doing it because that's the way Mr. Waits raised me.
Right. And how does this affect the advocacy programs that you're so integral in? What has the storm done, and has it sort of derailed that a little bit? And are y'all trying to get back in, I guess, a routine?
We're trying to get back into a routine, but you have to think, we have some ladies who have always done things for us. We have a Helen Robichaux, and I hate to throw out names because I'll forget, but Miss Helen has always made pillows and pillowcases and dolls and stuff. So she's continued to do that with her group to make sure these kids down here who have lost maybe everything still have something to hold on to. So we're getting back to, unfortunately, the bad work of the Advocacy Center dealing with the abuse, but fortunately we're back to the good work as well.
And you've been so integral in giving back to the community for years, and I've always said you don't get enough credit for what you do, and you don't look for the credit. But matter of fact, when I came to do the interview with you, you said, no, let somebody else, and I had to grab you to make you do the interview. But what did Hurricane Ida teach you?
That it's all about being together and being family, and that when you're with your family, you can get through anything. And that we're Terrebonne Parish and Lafourche Parish, we're the heartland. We're right here, and everybody just cares about everybody. And, you know, everybody had minor damage to major damage, and nobody's worried that just your fence blew down when their house blew down. They're here helping as much as they can. So I realize, and it confirmed that this is a great place to live.
When you were driving down and out, I've said we've been down these roads so many times since the storm, but I cannot get used to seeing the amount of damage that I see every time we travel down here.
No, I was driving down with a loaded DA vehicle, and my husband was with me, and he kept saying, look, we didn't see this last time, And I said, please let me watch the road. I mean, every time we come down, you're seeing something else, and it's heartbreaking.
And you know the mills, they're stacking up behind you. And a lot of people say, yeah, but the days are much longer than a day. But this is so symbolic and so important because a lot of people, when they come pick up these meals, they have not had a great meal in some time. So it really means a lot to them.
I mean, it means the world to them. I remember, days after the storm when I didn't have power and a friend called me to come get something to eat. It meant the world. And the thing about it is now we're months after, and this could be the first hot meal that someone's had in a while. So it's very symbolic, and it's what we want to do. We want to feed you and take care of you.
Bernadette, we appreciate what you do, and you're always giving back. And they got a big crew here today, so they've all answered the call. They're all out of here.
That's right. We have great people.
All right. They have Bernadette Pickett, and she's with the DA's office in Terrebonne Parish. She does so much more with the Children's Advocacy Center. She does a great job. And I will take a break here from Pont Aux Chene. When we come back, we're going to talk with the district attorneys. We have 2 of them here from Lafourche and Terrebonne Parish. And we're going to talk with Judge Juan Pickett. It's all next.
Beginning this season, Friday night sports game highlights will still be aired, but without commentary on Friday night. HTV will choose 3 games per week, and those highlights will be featured on our Sports in the Bayou program that will air on Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Join Bobby Hebert, Mike Detillier, Rich Marty, Stan Gravois, Harry McCullough, Dr. Pat Hagan, and Martin Folse as they bring you all of the Saints, LSU, Nicholls State, and high school highlights on a weekly basis.